What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Definitely YouTube, Facebook. If you can see this, drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. And when you see the replay, drop hashtag replay in the comments. So we're going to be going through how to build out your business credit in 2025. This is going to be your no BS roadmap to a Paydex 80 score in 90 days, right? This was a preview, and I have the full length version available within the paid community, Capital Growth Insiders. But I feel like this is information that everyone needs, especially going into the new year. So we can kick things off right, because not just about the personal credit, it's also about the business credit. A couple of things this is what we're going to be talking about today, right? Why do you need business credit? What's the point? Business credit myths, how to form your, how you want to have your business formed. What are some of the business credit bureaus? Then we're going to go through one, two, three, four, five accounts that you can use to build up your business credit within the next 90 days, all without buying any unnecessary office supplies. We want to talk about Credit Strong, NAV Prime, the Creative CEO, eCredible, and of course, got to throw in a fleet card. So, some business credit myths. One of the things that really inspired me is because recently, especially with everything that's happening with credit card debt, some folks' personal credit profiles have taken a hit. A lot of people have been asking me about business credit because it's been promoted or even positioned to where, hey, if you have bad personal credit and for some reason people think if they don't have any money, you can go get business credit and build that instead of building out your personal credit. You can just leave your personal credit destroyed and you can come over here to the business side and just build it out. But what they're not telling you, and for some reason, there's a myth that no money is required to build your business credit. Regardless of what any internet guru marketer tells you, business credit, just like personal credit, is based on your business's ability to pay its debt. The only way to show that is to make your payments to your vendors on time and to show cash flow to the banks and to any other lender. That's it. There absolutely has to be some level of cash flow going through your business for you to establish business credit. It's not free. It's not, this is not the move you want to make if you don't have any money coming in. You're not going to be able to build business credit. All right. There's also this idea that your business credit completely bypasses or eliminates the use of personal credit. Truth is, business and personal credit work hand in hand. Depending on your lender, most banks, most credit unions, even some alternative lenders and community development financial institutions are going to require a PG. That is a personal guarantee until your business is generating anywhere from like 2 to 4 million or more in annual revenue. A PG is a personal guarantee, which basically means that before they give you any money or approve you for anything, they're absolutely going to run your personal credit. Okay. So if you're not making 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 million dollars and you're not registered as a C Corp or S Corp with 25 or more employees, there's going to be a PG. So absolutely you want to make sure that you do try to build both your business and your personal credit. Another myth is that business credit is liquid, meaning business credit gives you immediate access to capital or cash, right? Or a credit card. The truth is, you can build out a Paydex score, and a Paydex score is going to give you access and ability to get physical goods and services from your vendors. However, a paydex score will not by itself get you a bank loan. All right, Jamal. So if I can't get no money with it, what's the point? Why would I want to bother spending the money to build my business credit? Well, first thing, you want to be able to separate yourself from your business. Okay. When you do that, think of it this way: you have multiple opportunities. You'll have a personal credit profile that you can use for quick, fast funding. You'll have a business credit profile that you can use for bigger limits and larger funding. The more businesses and the more profiles that you have, the more funding you can get. That's one of the reasons why people become seven-figure earners, is because they're able to lend or obtain lending through multiple businesses. Another benefit of business credit is if you're at ground zero, it is faster to build than personal credit. Like, to put into perspective, right? I've been to and spoken to several individuals that work with FICO. Your FICO score requires you to have on time payments with a trade line for at least 6 months before you generate a FICO score, right? So 180 days. When you think about obtaining perfect credit, like an 800 or higher, the average person with an 800 credit score has had credit for at least 15 years. Now we compare that with building up business credit. You can literally get business credit in 90 to 120 days. That's a lot faster than 6 months up to 15 years. I mentioned this before. You're going to be able to have multiple profiles that you can use for different kind of lending. Some equipment lenders look at your cash flow and they check your personal credit and they check your business credit. Okay. Some banks, like I know Citizens Bank looks at your Experian business and they look at your personal business. I'm sorry, your personal credit, right? So it's important to have both of these profiles built out, because you never really know what the lenders are going to look at and what they want to see. Also, on the business side, you can get higher limits. Typically, you can get about 3x of what you would get on the personal side. So you have about 100,000 on your personal credit profile. You can get about 300,000 and more on your business credit profile, assuming everything else is built out properly. We're going to talk about that. It's also important to have business credit for SBA lending. SBA requires a lot of paperwork depending on the program. But if, let's say, you're going for commercial real estate, one of the things SBA lenders look at is your FICO small business credit score, or your FICO SBSS. In order to build your FICO small business score, that's part of your building out your business credit. That absolutely is going to help you qualify for larger limits with SBA, and in some instances, make the SBA process a little less tedious. The other thing is asset protection. Because you're able to put assets in different businesses, it helps protect your assets, to where, for instance, this strategy is used often in real estate. A lot of real estate investors will have their different properties under different LLCs. The reason for that is because if someone had a slip and fall in one of their properties, they can turn around and sue them, right? They could turn around and sue them. But if that property is only in the name of one business, the most they can get is the assets under that business, which in that example would be that one property. Now, if you're a real estate investor and you have 10, 15, 20, 50 properties, you want that type of protection. Just as even outside of real estate, if you're an individual and someone sues you, you only want them to be able to sue the company. You do not want your own car, your own house, your own bank account to be at risk of getting taken or garnished or levied in any way. So being able to build business credit allows you to purchase assets under your business, which will help you create a certain level of protection, right? That's one of the another additional benefit once it's built out. And the big question, you see, you big question. So, all right, cool, that's great, but what the hell can I get? What can I buy with business credit? Once you have a fully built out business with financials and properly structured business credit, you can absolutely buy cars in the business name. Whether you have a rental fleet or some other type of fleet of vehicles, it can all go under the business. You can buy homes and real estate under the business. You can get services under the business that don't have to come straight out of your personal pocket. A lot of us are funding different ventures and services out of our W 2 or out of our owner's draw. You don't have to do that when you have business credit. And I'm going to show you later on how you can even get website design, SEO help, and other type of digital marketing help using your business credit. You can buy boats and even corporate real estate all using business credit. Now, let's get into business formation. Before you start buying anything or attempting to buy anything or attempting to put anything into business credit or under your business, you got to have a business. Okay. You got to have a business, have that set up. This process is super simple. You could pay somebody to do it for you. If you don't want to do it, there are a lot of online services that will set up a business for you. Or you just follow this blueprint and do it yourself. It's not hard. It may take you an hour worth of time, right? An hour worth of time, a couple of $100. You get it done. Now you know how to do it. You keep it moving forward. No biggie. You want to always start off with your name and entity type. I recommend working with, a tax professional to determine what type of entity is going to be best for you. If you want a LLC, a S corp, or C corp, or a general partnership, figure out which one of those type of entities are going to be best for your business. The other thing you want to do is, of course, name your business. Is just like you're literally creating a person. Your business is going to want to have everything that you have. You have a name, it has a name. When you create your name, just do some searching online. Make sure that that name isn't taken or trademarked. If you have an attorney, you can have your attorney do those type of searches for you to make sure the name isn't taken. You want to have a phone and address because the people, your customers and lenders, need to be able to find you and contact you. So definitely grab an address, grab a phone number for your business. A couple of tips: avoid using a PO box, avoid using UPS stores, and avoid using your home address when forming your business. On the people side, right? Because businesses can't operate without people. No matter how much AI we have out here, we're not at the level where business can start, stop, and be fully operational just by typing an AI prompt. It's getting close to that time, but it ain't there yet. So each state requires that your business has a registered agent. You can make yourself the registered agent, a family member, but I recommend just paying a company. to do it. This will improve your privacy and is one less thing that you got to deal with. Like you're a business owner. Your job isn't really to handle the mail. It's to go out, get customers, and grow the business. Also, you may have to appoint a manager for the business. That could be yourself or anyone else that of your choosing. But definitely make sure you have one. Once you set all of that up, you have all that done. Now you're ready to tap in and get your registrations together. This is where you're going to register with the IRS, get your free EIN number, and you're going to register your business with the state. You're going to get all your licenses and bonds and whatever other requirements are necessary so that your business can operate in your jurisdiction of choice. Remember, your business does not have to be in the same state that you live in. All right. So now that your business is created, is registered with the state, bet you got your articles of organization, all that good stuff. Let's talk about building out this business profile. First thing you want to do is you want to build out your online presence. We do this by going to listyourself.net. That's going to put you in the white pages in the 411 so people can find your business when they do their different searches. You want to make sure you create all of your social media pages. I recommend starting with 2 social media pages and then scaling up from there because more than 2, it can get overwhelming, especially if you don't have a team. If you have a team, knock yourself out. Do all of it. Make sure you're on Google. You got to be on Google, Yahoo, Yelp, all of those search engines. You want to get on those. Also, make sure you set up your website. Got to have a website and a business email. Last is SEO. Once your website is set up, work with an advertising company or marketing company, or if you know how to do it yourself, to get the SEO set up so that people can better find you online. Next part is you got to get your DUNS number. You're going to go to Dun and Bradstreet and get your DUNS number for free. You can just type in into Google, get your free DUNS number. For everyone in the community, Capital Growth Insiders, I already gave you guys the link so you can go directly to Dun and Bradstreet to get your DUNS number for free. It doesn't cost any money at all. Banking. Make sure that you open up a business bank account and a merchant account. We're in business. Businesses only exist to make money. That's it. There's no other reason. If you have a business that's not making money, then you do not have a business. You have a shelf court or you have a thing, you have a piece of paper, right? Since your business is making money and you expect it to make a lot of money, that money got to go someplace. You want that money to be going into a business bank account, and you need to have a merchant account, which allows you to accept payments. Okay, this allows you to accept payments. You can issue invoices, do all of your cash management, and all of that is going to allow you to build up a paper trail that will be needed when it's time to go for business funding and build out your business credit. Speaking of paper trail, got to have paperwork. Got to have your paperwork. This can include an operating agreement, your business plan, the bonds, the licenses, and the various certifications that you need to operate your business in your industry in the state that you operate in. Now you got all that out the way. Now we're ready to actually attempt and start to build our business credit. In the United States, there are 4 major business credit reporting agencies, right? These are the top 4. There is a 5th that I'll mention briefly, but let's go through these. First up is Dun and Bradstreet. Right. First up is Dun and Bradstreet. Dun and Bradstreet is the largest and the oldest credit reporting agency in the world. Every organization has a DUNS number if they're doing business to business transactions. Churches have DUNS numbers, governments have DUNS numbers, countries have DUNS numbers. You've probably heard that United States is a corporation. That is 100% true. The United States itself has a credit rating, and the United States itself has a DUNS number. Your business will also need one. You come to Dun and Bradstreet to not only get your DUNS number, but you want to set up your DUNS business credit profile, right? So you can just come here, you'll set it up, dnb.com or mydnb.com to get your DUNS number and set up your profile. Now, a lot of business owners are pleasantly surprised to find out that they already have a DUNS profile just in due course of operating. That happens a lot. It happens a whole lot where you may set up a couple of vendor accounts, you start getting inventory, etc. And just from you doing good business, that vendor reports the account to DUNS. And all you got to do as the business owner is go on to DUNS and claim your number. Next one we got is Experian Business. So Experian is the second largest credit reporting company in the world. Just like it's on personal, they have it on business. With Experian Business, you can get your Experian Business credit report for it's about like 160 for the year. Like they have these products here. So they have, oh, here we go. Business Credit Advantage is $199 a year. Totally worth it. I recommend it. You pay this one-time fee, and then you can look at your business credit report as much as you need to. Okay. And it also breaks down a bunch of other risk factors when looking at your business. I would take this one over the other ones 100%. We have Equifax. With the Equifax Small Business Report, same thing. You could pull this up, grab your report. A lot of credit unions use Equifax when looking up and pulling business credit. Next, we have the SBFE. This is the Small Business Financial Exchange. It's not exactly a credit reporting agency. It's more like a database warehouse. So all the major lenders send and share their data with the SBFE, and then the credit reporting agency and some of the banks will go to the SBFE and pull your business data from them. So, example, Bank of America uses and partners with the SBFE. American Express reports information to the SBFE. Wells Fargo, Chase, right? The big banks. So you see here they have over 140 members. So 140 different organizations and financial institutions is using this data warehouse, including top 10 commercial banks. Now we scroll down. Look at that. Who did we just talk about? Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. And if you followed me, you're already on the channel. You already know about LexisNexis. I did a whole video on how to freeze and opt out of LexisNexis. Now, there's only four major business credit reporting agencies. So, what makes business credit so hard? What's the big hoopla about it? Right? Why are so many people? Why is it so difficult? Why are people able to charge so much to build it out? The first thing is that business credit isn't built like personal credit. Personal credit, you cannot have any credit whatsoever and go to a car dealership with a co-signer and drive off with a car. As long as you got a co-signer, you're good. You drive off with a car, bada bing, bada boom, you're done, right? And that will actually kickstart the process of building up your personal credit. Or you can get secured credit cards, secured loans. Business credit, on the other hand, yes, you can get secured products, secured loans, secured lines of credit that help you build up your business credit. But also, business credit has tiers of service and ranking. And not only that, you have to build it out in the right sequence. If you so for instance, if you only have tier 1 and your credit is only at tier 1, when you try to go to a tier 4 lender, they're just going to deny you. They're going to be like, "Nah, your profile ain't strong enough." Or your arms are too short to box with the god. Like you're not ready yet. Go back down to tier 2, work your way back up, and then we'll check your credit and say, okay, you at tier 4 now, we ready for you. Right? It has to be built out in the right sequence. And you have to know what vendors and lenders are fit which tier so you know which ones to go to. This gets even more confusing because not every lender or vendor reports to business credit at all. Like some just real live just never report. The reason for that is a couple of reasons for that. First reason is that they don't have to. It's totally optional. Just like on personal credit, it's totally optional for a bank or lender to report to your personal credit. It's also optional for the for a vendor to report to your business credit. Both are optional. However, unlike the personal side, to where there are legal mandates and regulations on how a vendor or lender can report and what they can report and when they can report, none of that exists on the business side. The business credit world is the Wild West. They report what they want when they want to report it. They might report it for a couple of months, and if you stop paying, they may not report anything else. It's totally up to them because it costs them money to report to your business credit report. So if you're doing business with, let's say, a mom and pop shop, and let's say they do offer you some form of credit, it's not in their budget to turn around and pay Dun and Bradstreet, to pay Experian, to pay Equifax money just to report your trade line activity. It don't make sense for them, right? It's not economically feasible. The frustrating part about that is you can be spending thousands of dollars and years building what you would consider a relationship with a potential, not potential, but with the vendor, and none of your trade line experiences, none of those payments are showing on your business credit. And that's what really gets people. They're like, damn, I thought I was building business credit this entire time because I opened up all these different accounts. And it turns out I still have a weak credit, business credit profile. On top of that, not every vendor and lender reports to all of the business credit reporting agencies. Some only report to Dun and Bradstreet. Like most vendors only report to Dun and Bradstreet. But then a lot of banks will only report to your Experian business. For instance, Wells Fargo and Chase both report to Experian business depending on what product you have, right? And then maybe nobody is reporting to your Equifax. So it's very possible to have a 90 Paydex 80 score. It's possible to have a 400 business experience score, and then to have like zero with Equifax. And in business credit, having no credit is also bad. It counts against you. If there's nothing on your credit, then they'll just give you a failing score. So let's start building. Now we're going to talk about how you can start building out all all three of your business credit profiles with these next 5 accounts. I know y'all was probably expecting Granger, Uline, and Quill. Nah, I in my journey I did that, and I realized that I didn't need any of the stuff that was on their damn websites. It was like cleaning supplies and industrial level window cleaner. Like I didn't need any of that shit. I was like, what am I doing? And then you gotta, they give you an invoice for like $100, $150. And it's like, ain't nobody going to give me, 50,000 or $100,000 because of a $100 trade line. Like they don't care. They don't care. What's $100? They don't care about that. And now I got 4 or 5 boxes of shit that I'm not even using because I thought I needed this to build business credit. And nobody cares about these trade lines. So I found other opportunities that can help you get larger lines of credit that even the banks can care about. The first one is Credit Strong. If you're in the credit space or you've been rebuilding your credit, what have you, you probably already heard of Credit Strong. You know that Credit Strong helps you on the personal side, but they also have a business product as well. The business product is dope because it can start getting you into real levels of financial trade lines. It goes from 5,000 to 50,000 of business credit. The way it works, there's no interest, right? So it's not really a loan. It acts very similar to the personal Credit Strong product. But remember, the business side, you can get 3x or more. So on the personal side, they may give you like, 1,000, 2,000, maybe 30,000. But on the business side, it goes up to 50,000. Right. And they have 2 levels, or not 2 levels, but 2 terms. You can even do 25-month or you can do 50-month. There's no interest. There is a monthly fee that you have to pay. And there's a initial fee that you have to pay, like a setup fee that you pay, and a monthly fee. And it's up to you if you want to set this up for 25 months or 50 months. This acts very similar to kind of like a savings account. You'll pay into it for the term of your choosing, whether it's 25 or 50. And at the end of the term, you get your money back. In the meantime, this allows you to build up your personal, I'm sorry, I'm so used to saying personal credit. This allows you to build up your business credit, right? So you got your one-time fee, and then you have your monthly payment. So if you're going for 5,000, you're just starting off, you're looking at in that first month, kicking out 550, you're going to have that $5,000 trade line. Now, to my knowledge, when you stop paying, they stop reporting. All right. This is 25 months. For the 50,000, you just want to go straight for the big boy. You're looking at that $1,000 deposit, then $2,000 a month. Again, this is going to be coming out of the cash flow of your business. And you're like, for whatever reason, if those monthly payments don't fit the cash flow that you currently have, you can stretch it out to 50 months, which is going to lower your monthly payment, literally cut it in half. So your one-time fee remains the same. Your monthly fee is cut in half. The amount of credit you build remains the same from 5,000 up to 50,000. What I like about this too is that this reports as a financial trade line. So when you're looking at your business credit, you have different types. You got your vendor accounts, which is more so like B2B, business to business. That's what your Granger, your Uline, your Quill is going to show up as a vendor account. Then you have financial trade lines. Financial trade lines are what the banks look at. That's what your lenders, those that are issuing actual liquid funds, care about. They don't really care about your vendor trade lines. They more so care about financial trade lines, right? Next, we got NAV. If you never heard of NAV, I did a video on NAV breaking this down in a bit more detail on my channel. You could just type in NAV Prime, and the video explaining NAV in more detail is going to pop up. But with NAV Prime, it's like $50 a month, or I think you can pay what I pay like I used to pay $150 for the quarter. So you could pay monthly or you could just pay upfront for the quarter. What I like about NAV is this acts like the Credit Karma, but for the business. Okay. You go to Credit Karma, you see your credit score for free. And then, they give you a bunch of offers and always trying to sell you credit cards and stuff. NAV does the same thing. You can sign up for a free account. It will show you your Experian, Equifax, and your Dun & Bradstreet score. But with Prime, what's going to happen is that it's actually going to help you build up your business credit. When you sign up for Prime, it's $50 a month, and it's going to report 2 trade lines to your business credit. The first is going to be just the actual NAV subscription itself is going to show, and then you also get a NAV Prime debit card. It's like more like a prepaid debit card that's going to be connected directly to the NAV bank account that you get. That NAV Prime card is going to show up also as a financial trade line on your credit report, on your business credit report. It's really great for building up and adding those trade lines. So when we're looking at tier 1, tier 2 accounts, keep in mind you want to have a minimum of 5 accounts reporting to your business credit in order to generate the paydex score. So we got the creative CEO. What I like about them is they offer net 30 terms. Net 30 terms, it's a little different than what we may be used to on the personal side. On the personal side, let's say you get a credit card, your due date is the 5th of every month. And on the personal side, you're not considered late until you're 31 days late on the personal side. Business is the opposite. They're going to send you an invoice. The date that they issue the invoice is day 1. So you got from day 1 to day 30 to pay that invoice. And the closer you get to day 30, your business credit score is dropping. Okay. So on the business side, in the business world, you want to pay your invoice even before it's issued or the same day that you get it. Now, what I like about the creative CEO is that, yes, they have supplies that we will use, right? Electronics, branded apparel, because you want to always be advertising your brand some way, shape, or form. T-shirts, polos, whatever with your brand on it. Office supplies, always useful. Home and office, always useful. Electronics, we're in the digital age. I got a mic right here. I'm on Restream, always useful. But here's what I really like about them is they have an entire marketplace for business owners. Not only can you get custom apparel, but they also have things like graphic design, website packages, SB, not SBO, SEO packages, printing services, so your business credit cards, all the things that you need as a business owner, especially in a digital age. They'll literally build your website using a Net 30 account. So I've heard the horror stories, people spending $5,000-6,000 on a website and a website crash or the website don't work, and that's money they're out of. With them, you actually will get invoice and you'll have a full 30 days to pay them back while they're building the website. Like, that's amazing. With the creative CEO, you don't need a lot of trade lines before to apply with them. They are a tier one account, so you can come with like nothing on your business credit, and as long as your business was formatted properly, they'll hook you up. Okay, you'll just go to the banner at the top, Net 30 application, create an account, boom, and you can start choosing the services and products that you use. I absolutely love that because it's not buckets and mops and shit I'm never going to use. Right. Next one is eCredible. Now, eCredible has business lift, and they report to four business credit reporting agencies. They report to your Dun and Bradstreet, your Equifax, Experian, and as an honorable mention, they report to Credit Safe. So your business lift is around 20 bucks a month. I think after tax pay $25 and some change. And what they do is the first thing they're going to do is report their own trade line onto your credit. So as long as you continue to pay them, they'll continue to report. The next thing they're going to do is you can start building out your own Equifax business credit by submitting your bills and utilities to eCredible. So if you already are paying business internet, business phone, business cell phone, business utilities, business rent to different companies, and those companies are not currently reporting to any of the business credit reporting agencies, you can submit all of those invoices and bills that you paid directly to eCredible. eCredible is going to go through a little verification process. Once they verify, they're going to start reporting those trade lines to your Equifax business credit for you, which is pretty dope, right? Which is pretty dope. The last one is going to be 7-Eleven. Now, this is a fleet card. Every major gas station has a fleet card. BP, 76, Flying J, take your pick. They're all pretty easy to get. Most of them are going to be tier one cards. They basically want to confirm that you have a legitimate business, your articles of organization. They can find you on the internet, all the things that we just talked about earlier today. Now, 7-Eleven has two levels of cards. They got the regular fleet card, which you can only use at 7-Eleven and Speedway. They also have the business universal card that you can use at 7-Eleven, Speedway, and at 95% of any other US gas stations. Okay. Typically, the universal business credit card has a little bit higher standard than the regular fleet card. So, what I recommend is just start with the fleet card, get in the game with that one, use that joint 6 to 12 months, treat it like it's a secured credit card. Use it 6 to 12 months. After 6 to 12 months of all time on time payment history, call in or apply and see if you can get upgraded to the universal card. Okay, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts. These 5 accounts are basically going to build you out your first tier 1 to tier 2. After this, you can level up. The next level is when you're going to be able to walk into a store like Sam's Club, AutoZone, Home Depot, Lowe's, and start getting vendor accounts and business credit accounts directly with those stores. All right. The one last thing I want to show you. There are over, right? There are over 100 different vendors that offer business credit, right? So it would have been impossible for me to go through every last one of these. If you're looking for more uh, lenders and vendors that offer business credit, what you actually can do is actually put together an entire guide that outlines over 120 different lenders. Is actually in the link. I'm sorry, the link is actually in the comments and in the description of this video. It is called the Business Credit Blueprint. What I'm going to do, and let me show you guys exactly what it looks like. You can grab this when you're ready. Okay. Whenever you're ready, you want to build out your business credit. You want to go for the gusto. You need more than 5 accounts. Grab the Business Credit Blueprint. It's $17. You can get that and continue your journey throughout to build out your business credit, not just in 90 days, but indefinitely. All right. So we're all good. Now you know exactly how to build out your business credit in 2025 and beyond. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you want more videos like this, information like this, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you would like to learn about, and we'll definitely put something together and make another video for you guys. In the meantime, hit the notification button. And if you ever need help building, structuring your personal credit, your business credit, or getting access to funding, hit me up. All of my contact details are in the profile and in the channel description. I'll see you guys later.